Hello guys, welcome to Scene for Wrist. I'm your host. In today's video I want to show you my two newly acquired watches. At the same time I will explain you how you can make money on Omega, as some of the models can be called investment pieces, even though this word sounds highly unlikely when we talk about Omega. As much as my plan for 2020 was to steer away from the brand, they just stick to me and I find so many good deals online, so I can't help myself but to keep on buying them. The first watch that I bought a few weeks ago is Omega Speedmaster reduced. This is the Michael Schumacher edition. Reference is 3518.50.00, and this model is limited to 6,000 pieces. They were released I think in the year 2000. However, this one is 2001. If you've been following my channel for a while, then you probably saw an unboxing video of this exact model, so I am not going to show you what came with the watch because you probably are well aware of that. I really like this watch because of its rare racing dial, and you can see this orange circle chapter ring going around dial, and this is the thing that makes this watch so highly sought after, and it impacts its price. I paid early 2000s for this watch. The watch is worth around £3,300 based on pre-owned market. The watch came with basically everything that should be in place: black Michael Schumacher box, manuals, leather wallet, and certificate of authenticity stating the limited number of the watch. It's in pretty good condition. The bracelet is tight and it feels like new, and also the papers were dated 2001, and as I remember, the watch is UK supply, so it is a local watch. The watch is shiny, and also I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera, it's really hard to notice, but this dial is checkered. It's all black, so that's why it's hard to notice, but you just have to believe me that it is there. What I can tell you now in terms of investment is that I believe this watch in 2001 was just under £1,000. However, there was no price tag, so I'm not sure. This is just my approximate, so you can see that from just under £1,000 the watch is worth around £3,500 depending on the market, so that's not bad at all. I will now show you how the watch looks on my wrist. The case size of this watch is 39mm, and it features an automatic movement as you would expect in the reduced model. So one moment and I'll show you how it looks on my wrist. It is a stunning watch. The size is just about right. It's not as big as Speedmaster Moon watch, which I'll show you later on in the video. And yeah, the condition of this watch, the bracelet feels like new, I must tell you, and I do really like the orange element to it. The watch is obviously discontinued now, and only a limited amount of these watches are available for sale at the moment, hence the model keeps on going up in value. I can tell you that it is not a huge increase in value, and also it's not rapid. However, it shows that if you buy it today, your money is quite safe, and if you were to resell it after a few years, you'd probably make some money on top, or at least hold your money and enjoy the timepiece. The second watch I have here is rather very special. This is an Omega Speedmaster Moon watch, so-called From the Moon to Mars. The reference is 3577.50.00, and it features chronograph sub-dials depicting Earth, Moon and Mars. How cool is that? Again, there are only a handful of these available for sale. There are not so many of them around, and it's really hard to find one at good price and with box papers, receipt, tag and everything. Original price on its price tag was £1,775 in 2007. Now the value of this model is around £7,000 because of its rareness. The watch is stunning and I've been trying to find one for a while now. Look at this gorgeous dial, so beautiful. I love this dial to death, and this one here is one of my favorite Speedmasters of all time. As a comparison, I remember the prices from 2 years ago of this beautiful timepiece. They were oscillating between £3,500 and £4,000, or maybe even less. I do believe that this watch is one of the most important limited editions that Omega has ever released. How different and interesting looking is the dial when compared with a classic and plain Speedmaster. Very good condition this watch, and it only had one owner from new, so that's why it came with basically everything that you'd expect. It was very hard to find a decent example, as I mentioned before, that would have pretty much a full set, and the price was good on it. Let me show you how this watch looks on the wrist. Let me swap the watches. So that's the Michael Schumacher Speedmaster reduced, and this is the Speedmaster Moonwatch from the moon to Mars. Alright, so this watch is absolutely phenomenal. Just look at it and how these colors, they affect the wearability and how you perceive the timepiece. It is not a plain Speedmaster. These three subdials, they change a lot, and that's why this watch is so collectible right now. Classic clasp, classic bracelet, everything is basically the same besides the caseback and the dial. I do know that when we talk about watches and investment, then you probably think Rolex and Patek Philippe, and the fact is, if you buy a new sports watch, then you're in the money. However, today I wanted to show you that you can also put your money into limited edition Omega Speedmasters like these two, enjoy them and then sell them for a profit to replace it with something else if you ever get bored of them. I'm so happy with this one. Dial looks just stunning. Some people don't care about making money on watches. They simply choose watches for their design, and then when it comes to reselling, they are shocked that they've managed to receive a huge return on their watch. The original owner of this timepiece almost tripled his money when he sold the watch to me. That's why I am always excited about the world of watches, because you never know what to expect, and when you're patient with your purchases and your watches in general, your smart moves will pay off eventually. However, bear in mind that besides all the investment buzz, don't forget to enjoy your timepieces, as that's their original role. I think that's it for today from me. I hope you enjoyed this video and these two stunning watches, Michael Schumacher and From the Moon to Mars, classic moon watch. Please like, subscribe to Synth Wrist and stay tuned for more. Bye.